Have you had any good news?
Not news. No, not national news. Definitely not.
Anything good? Anything good happening anywhere in the world?
Well, Matt Lucas released a new version of the baked potato song. That was pretty.
Yeah, I saw that. And Sarah was like, "Why do I know that?" And I showed her the Shooting Stars baked potato songs. She must have seen it at some point.
There's a new
Pretty
one.
cool.
They made a proper version of it.
Have
A
they?
little animation.
No way. What else has been going on?
Nothing. That's the problem. What about work? Is work just the same for you?
Oh, work's mental. It's really, really busy, Kev. It's sort of like I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I dove into the analytics a little bit this week because we looked at the sales were off the roof and we said, are we going to have to put prices up here? Not simply, not to make more money out of it, but simply because we couldn't cope with the amount of work that was coming through. So we had a look to see if any of our competitors had shut up shop for the virus. Because we assume that's what's going on. Our competitors weren't trading and therefore we were picking up the extra business, but no. Although our click-through ratio is the same, which you would expect, but because there's less impressions, we're getting less hits on our page.
But this is to sell car exhausts.
Repair parts for car exhausts. So there are some full exhausts like performance, like decats and stuff like that. There's also just connectors and repair parts. So if you've got like a hole in your exhaust and you don't want to replace the whole lot because you've got an original exhaust on there, we'll supply you something to help you patch it.
Well,
what's happening with your students? Because I heard aren't GCSE students just getting the grade awarded by their teacher or something like that?
nobody knows. We don't know yet.
It does,
They haven't really told us. Well, I know as much as you know. Whatever Boris said on that day, that's it.
Well, they haven't really thought about it. I suppose they're going to deal with these things as they crop up. But yeah, I mean, what do? You can't have a bunch of students running around. Oh, my teacher decided I should get an A, so I got an A.
I know. So it'll be the that year, class of 2020. Oh, that doesn't count. You might. Oh, this guy's got an A. Oh, yeah, really? It would just be completely devalued. You'd get. Why didn't my kid get past this course? He did terrible in the mocks, but it doesn't mean he wouldn't pass this course.
Everyone will be applying to Oxford and Cambridge.
Yeah. Well, some schools will massively inflate the grades. They will. All the posh schools, that's what they'll do, which they kind of do anyway, but we won't talk about that. So yeah, I have no idea what's going to happen, and it means, we don't know what it means.
Can you at this stage swap to 100% coursework?
Well, I'm really lucky in that the things I teach, the exams are in January, and the retakes are in June, and we don't really need any retakes.
So everyone passed, did they?
Nearly, sort of. Well, just kind of.
You can make it work.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's quite lucky then. Yeah, I do wonder what the GCSE people, A-level people, degree people, and everything else is going to do.
Well, work for me, I've actually done more hours than I would do. I think that this week I've done probably more hours than certainly more hours than I would usually do at work, including travel.
Really?
It's really strange, and yet it's, in terms of doing the stuff, it's so much better in so many ways, and I'm getting things done I wouldn't get done. You are constantly distracted by things, but you're in control of it. So I'm not doing that now. I'm doing this, and I'll finish this, and then I'll do that. And
Yeah.
The list that I've never got to the end of for the last 15 years. I'm almost at the end of it. I've almost completed the list. I don't know what that means. I don't know what will happen. I mean, I've run out of things to do.
So when you complete the list,
I don't know.
you can start adding to the list, but you can add stuff that you want to do rather than stuff you have to do.
I think that's when home projects and things will start happening.
Well, funny enough, I think some forward-thinking companies, what they do is they dedicate a day, and normally Friday, to your own projects, and they find that companies that do that, the products that are developed on that day are normally the most profitable ones for the company.
Yes.
They're projects that, would never get the go-ahead in the company, no one's really thinking of, but people working there, they spot something that they want to do, so they do it, and it turns into normally quite a profitable thing.
Yeah.
So you could actually become super productive, Kev. You could come up with some, I don't know, way of delivering the curriculum more easily or something like that, or fine-tuning the curriculum, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it is really going to emphasise, how much time is wasted and all the nonsense. It's gone. There's no nonsense.
The overhead of going to work is gone.
And communicating with students is easier. They've got me Monday to Friday, 9 till 5 every day, and actually at night as well.
Yeah.
And they didn't have that before.
So, how much when you go to work, how much of your time is wasted, do you think?
75% is a waste of time. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's just...
So is there any benefit to actually going to work for you?
Well, in terms of teaching, yeah. Face-to-face, doing it remotely is not like face-to-face, and it is the end of the year for me. Because partially because I do everything top-heavy, and partially because the courses, because they have retake exams, things they like you to finish in May, and you sort of finish it in May, but then you're sort of catching up the stragglers up till the end of June.
Yeah.
But really, just because the way I already do it very top-heavy, because I don't like the frantic bit at the end. I'd rather finish it, and then, means actually what I'm really doing is helping students finish their work, and the teaching has really already happened.
Right. Okay. So you're not doing well. Okay. So the emphasis is away from actually transmitting the knowledge it's more getting them to actually demonstrate that they've learned it.
Yeah. So I mean, there haven't actually been lessons. There's been question and answer by audio and by chat. I haven't done video with students. I don't think it's appropriate.
Really?
Yeah.
It's needs must at the end of the day. I mean, it depends what you're doing, I suppose.
And I record everything anyway, and that's the other thing I really like. I've got this obsessive thing about evidence.
In case anything goes wrong, any claims go in.
Yeah, exactly.
Any insinuations made.
So yeah, it's the same. It's that evidence thing again about there's no. I've got evidence of what they've done up till now. I don't have evidence of an imaginary exam that hasn't taken place.
No. I mean, if you were to do like a verbal exam over Skype or something like that, could you use that as a basis for a mark?
Yes, I'm going to be doing a bit of that. But the scope of cheating would be huge. It would be
I would say it'd have to be a video thing.
It would have to be video, yeah. But even if it was video.
You know the Oracle Java exam I was studying for, which I've got to get back into now I'm back. You can do that over the internet at home. Yeah. But it has to be on video, and someone is there watching you while you do it.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
Yeah. I mean that's a commercial qualification though, isn't it? So it's a bit different.
Yeah.
I mean, but it'd be so easy to, you can still Google things, I mean, you don't actually know that I'm in my pants. And when I do these videos on my own, I am usually in my pants. And nobody knows.
Yeah, it's not appropriate to do.
I can be Googling, and then all I have to do is sort of put this under the camera and look at the result, and you could practice and you could do it.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're going to practice to do that, you may as well revise.
Exactly.
I mean, that's quite.
That's the thing. That's cheating quite a skill, if you're that skilled, you could enough to do.
You deserve an A.
Yeah, although actually that Java exam, you can't Google the answers anyway.
No.
It's really hard. It's proper serious. Well, the bit you showed me anyway. Proper serious debugging.
It's like it's pretty. Well, it's what it is really finicky.
Yeah.
You aren't without actually. What you need is a debugger, an IDE with a debugger, so you can put the code in and see what happens. That's how you would cheat that exam. But you're not. I would say you're not going to do that on a video. I think you've got to share your screen as well.
Right. Oh yeah.
I think they've done all sorts of things to. They take it really seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you get that, it does mean you really are qualified at this. So
yeah. I mean, if you've got, I would say if you've got, because it's a 2-part exam now. If you've got both parts, you're a decent Java programmer. So yeah, I've got to dive back into that. I've also been doing these leak code problems. Have you heard of them?
Leak code.
Leet, L-E-E-T.
Not particularly.
And it's basically problems posed in in interviews by the big companies like Amazon and Google, Facebook, people like that, and it's sort of like it judges you on the solution. So obviously they're dealing with massive platforms, so it's not only getting to the solution could be quite easy with like a brute force thing, but you've also what they're looking for is a way of solving the problem without too much iteration.
Yeah.
And it's quite good. You've got to really get your head around hash maps and things like that, to see what kind of how long it takes, how recursive like a lookup is and stuff like that.
Goodness me. Yeah. Back to programming again. We've alienated 99% of our audience.
Politics, programming, colleges.
Not music, forget music, something else. Work that I'm not supposed to talk about. Never mind.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.